Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's episode of Ramadan Reflections, I want to talk about a WhatsApp video that was sent to me of an African American brother who was giving the Adhan in a masjid. He had his hands down to his side. He had an izar or ma'wiz, as the Somalis call it. What, the people from Yemen and Somalia wear, a longi. He had one of those on. He was a light-skinned brother. Could have been a mixed-race brother. Our brother, may Allah bless him. And if he sees this video, I hope he reaches out to me and we can chop it up and get to know each other. So someone from brothers that I was close to sent it to a group, and a brother made a comment about it. And someone sent it to me directly and said, what's my opinion? So I listened to it and I told him, if he was in my masjid, I would not allow that type of adhan to be the adhan of my masjid. I would have that brother to sit on the side and let someone teach him the adhan, because the adhan is what the scholars call ibadah, that is tawqifiyah. You can only do it the way that the Prophet said it should be done, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not something that somebody just stands up and he just start blowing like Peebo Bryson. You're not like that. It's not like that. You just start giving adhan sounding like Luther Vandross. Not like that. There's a way to give the adhan. The companion who saw the adhan in a dream, he had saw that they came with a horn of a ram and said, blow this, to let the people know it's for salat. And then someone came and said, ring the bell. The horn is what the Jews do, and ringing the bell is what the Christians do. And then someone came and taught him the adhan. He saw that in a dream. He went and he told the Prophet about it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet said, this is the truth. This is a good dream. He told that man who was the sahib of the dream, teach those words to Bilal, because his voice is stronger than yours. So the adhan is about letting people hear the adhan. It's not about entertainment. And that's indicative of what happened with that tremendous companion, Abdullah ibn Umar. When a man came and met him for the first time, he was excited and said, Ya Abdullah ibn Umar, verily I love you for Allah's sake. Abdullah ibn Umar said to him, and I hate you for Allah's sake. He was shocked. Why? He said, because when you make the adhan, you have a lahan. You elongate it too much and you're singing it. You're partying in it. You're entertaining. And also, you take money for the adhan. And that was something that the companions were against. May Allah be pleased with them. The adhan is not about getting up there and making it sound like it's something special. So I wouldn't allow him that kind of adhan or any adhan that is not strictly according to the sunnah. If the person has a beautiful voice, even better, no problem. But to do it in a cadence that compromises the meaning, or in a way you pronounce compromises the meaning, shouldn't be done. I don't know if you brothers and sisters know, but the scholars of Islam have a big ikhtilaf. Who gets more reward? The one who leads the salat, the imam, and who'll get the reward of everybody behind him? Or does the mu'adhin get the most reward? Some of the scholars, many of them say the mu'adhin gets more reward. His neck will be longer, Yawmul Qiyamah. So when there's a lot of sweat, he has a longer distance to cover. When he makes the adhan, nothing hears the words of his adhan except they bear witness to him and for him, Yawmul Qiyamah. The birds, the tree, the rocks, the ants, the insects, the humans, the jinn, the malaika, any and everything that hears that adhan, the ants under the carpet, whatever is in, non-Muslims will bear witness. So that's a lot of rewards. And when he does the adhan, he is saying exactly what's supposed to be said. So he's not making any mistakes. Whereas the imam, he can make a mistake. So he has to make sajda to sahu. He may not be paying attention and so forth and so on. So the adhan is serious. But in saying that to the brother and to you guys, I also said this, and I want you to understand this. If I didn't see the actual optic of that brother giving that adhan, I would have known that's one of my brothers from the African American community. And that's because I know my people. I know how we do things, and I know how we sound, and I know our rhythm, and I know how we want to approach things even. I didn't have to see him to know That's my brother from another mother in Islam and other than that. So I told those brothers, don't condemn him like that, and we don't know his background. He may be a brother who is easy to tell him, come, learn the Adhan and do it this way. He won't be arrogant and say, get out of here. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Another thing is, my people, like African, I'm a proud, passionate man from Africa. You know how Africans from Sudan, Africans from Ghana, from Mali, other parts of Africa, from Senegal, when they read the Quran, like the Sheikh Nourain, rahmatullahi alayhi, rahmatin wasi'ah. You know how they read the Quran with that special rhythm from Nigeria? You know how they read the Quran? That is uniquely African. But they don't compromise the ahkam of a tajweed. But that special rhythm that they have to it, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I personally love it. And we won't condemn it because they're not compromising the ahkam of a tajweed. So if my African American brother, that one or any other one, was able to give the Adhan in his own special rhythm, but he did not compromise the ahkam of the way the pronunciation of the Adhan should be, then I'm not going to be upset with that. I'm not going to be uncomfortable with that. I'm going to be an individual who say, I'd rather this brother's giving that Adhan than him being an individual who is doing hip hop somewhere, you see, because African Americans have exported the culture of hip hop, and it's a multi-billion-pound industry globally. Some of these hip hop artists go to Japan and they just put the mic towards the crowd, and those Japanese kids are singing the lyrics in English. They want to dress like African Americans, act like African Americans, speak like African Americans. I'm not saying that to say we're special over all people, but I'm saying we have some things that are special. We have some things that are special. And as an African American, I have to embrace that because Islam does not tell me that I have to become an Arab or Pakistani or any other group. Those good things of my people, I accept, I embrace. Those bad things of my people, I have to reject. Like the negative aspects of hip hop, music, the disrespect towards women, the glorification of violence, all of that nonsense, all of that mess about the bling and the money and what being rich is. No, I reject all of that. But my point here is we just have to be balanced. So if that brother ever hears these words, try to get at me, try to get at me. Inshallah, I would like to talk to you. And this talk is not meant in any way to put you down, but it's meant for people like you and other people who I know in Newark, New Jersey, in Masjid Ashab al-Yamin. For an example, the Adhan is a tremendous ibadah from the ibadat of Islam. When you do the Adhan, do it with knowledge. And remember, actions, they have to be preceded by knowing what you're doing. May Allah Ta'ala guide my people to Islam, all of them. And may Allah Ta'ala establish all of them on the Kitab and the Sunnah. And may they become aware of the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his personality. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.